Hello again, welcome to today's attempt of a Yeardle puzzle. 3 more events that took place in the same year, and I'm going to try and guess what year that was. And we're talking Roman times today, aren't we? Top clue doesn't mean anything to me, I'm afraid. The middle clue, I've heard of a King Ptolemy, and I've heard of a Queen Cleopatra. No idea if it was Ptolemy VIII and Cleopatra II. Cleopatra with her asp is the most famous one, ruler of Egypt, but yeah, goodness knows if this is the same Cleopatra. And yeah, I've heard of Ptolemy, but I wouldn't have known when he lived, and I don't even know if it's the right Ptolemy. Bottom clue, Consul Marcus Perperna. That definitely sounds Roman. I mean, if it is Cleopatra of Egyptian fame, then that means we're talking during the Egyptian era rather than the Roman era, which means it's more likely to be earlier on in the BCs. But the bottom clue makes me think it's a Roman era because they sound Roman, which would then make me think it's... Whenever it's a Roman era event, I kind of mentally assume it's between 400 BC and 400 AD. But I do think we're going to have to go a bit earlier than that, based on my middle clue as well. And, I mean, even based on my bottom clue, they could easily be, even if they're Roman, they could be towards the start of the Roman era. So let's just make a guess. I'm going to go earlier than 400 BC. I'm going to go 800 BC. Oh, I'm at least 200 years off. Okay, so we'll go a bit later. Oh no, so it's not between those 2 years, that's why I guessed exactly 400 years apart. Is it going to be even earlier? I think we'll try 1200 and then we'll try 0 if this is wrong. Okay, we'll try 0, even though there was no year 0, I know. Oh, should have gone a bit later, okay. But it is going to be between 200 AD and 200 BC, so firmly in the Roman era. I think let's go into the BCs again. Let's try 80. Oh, it still could be 80 the other way. Or it could be closer to 160. Let's try that. Okay. So it is in the BCs. At least I got that bit right. I mean, it still could be a touch earlier or a touch later. We'll take smaller jumps, of course. I've gone the wrong way. Right, so it's between 120 and it's between 121 and 139. So we've got basically a 1 in 20 shot. However, when it's such an old event, I always assume it's a multiple of 5. If we're going to go for something that's a multiple of 5, then it could only be 125, 130 or 135. So if it's a multiple of 5, we've got a 1 in 3 shot. I'm just going to go 135 and hope, because I'm pretty likely to fail here. Oh, it was 130! It was a multiple of 5. My logic could have served me okay there. That's annoying. I could have snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Oh, if only I'd gone for 0 before 1200. That's frustrating. Wasted a guess there. I still might have gone for 125 rather than 130, because if I was assuming it was a multiple of 5, if I'd had one more guess, it would still have been a 50-50 between those two options. Oh, but I would have just succeeded with a couple more guesses. Or if I'd just started closer to the correct answer. That's frustrating. 670 years off is definitely not my finest moment, but that was quite a tough one. I should have just stuck with my first instinct that it was Roman, but just the mention of Cleopatra and the mention of some of those other names just convinced me it was Egyptian rather than Roman, and therefore would be a bit earlier. That's annoying, because ordinarily I just assume it's in the 400 to 400 range. Very frustrating. We got close, but not a great performance really in the end. But it was a tough one. So maybe you failed as well. Let me know in the comments if you did. It would make me feel better, but also feel free to show off if you did get it right. That is Yeardle. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.